So if they give input is equal to 3, example n is equal to 3. So we are going to print a pattern like your first row contain 1, 1, 1, 1, 4 ones. The next row contain 2, 2, 2, 3 twos. The next row contain 1, 2, 3, 2 threes. Yeah, this is a pattern we are going to print it. This is the next pattern, new pattern. We are going to solve it. Yeah, someone asked, sir, please draw a pattern for any other input. So if they give n is equal to 5, I'm just write another thing. So if they give n is equal to 5, we are going to print 6 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then 5 twos, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 4 threes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 2 are 3 times. We are going to print 2's in 3 times, 2, 2, 2, and we are going to print 1 2 times. Yeah, this is a pattern we are going to print. If they give, this is a 1, not a 2. So if they give n is equal to 5, yeah, we will see how to print this pattern in C programming. Yeah, so you already know. So this is a 1 column, second column, third column, fourth column, fifth column and sixth column. Same thing, this is the first row, second row, third row, fourth row and fifth row. So this is consists of rows and columns. Rows and columns. We are going to print the pattern using the 2 major words. So if you are going to start to solving any pattern problems, we took 3 major things. You know, first one is what? Starting value. First one is a starting value, and the second important thing is a ending value. Ending value. Then third one is, you know, traversing value in column. So traversing value in column. Value in column. Yeah, these 3 things are very, very important if you are going to solve the pattern. Yeah, these 3 things are very, very important if you are going to solve a pattern. First, we are going to find what is the starting value of your pattern. So starting value is the first thing we are going to take care of this. Okay, so here if you take starting value, it take 1, then 2, then 3, then 2, then 1. Yeah, this is your starting value. Then if you go to the ending value is normally 1. If the row is equal to 1, your ending value also 1. Am I correct? If your row is equal to 1, your ending value is 1. Then if your row value is equal to 2, your ending value is 2. Then if your row value is equal to 3, your ending value is 3. But here after these 3, it will change. Yeah, guys, sorry guys, we done a big mistake. This is not a 2, this is 4, 4, 4. Yeah, this is 4, then this is 5, 5, 5. Yeah, here if your row is equal to 4, the ending value is 4. Then if your row is equal to 5, your ending value also 5. This is not a 2, 1, this is 4 and this is 5. Yeah, so this is a pattern. So starting value also equal to your row value. If your row is equal to 1, starting value is 1. If your row is equal to 2, starting value is 2. If your row is equal to 3, your starting value is 3. Then if your row is equal to 4, your starting value is 4. Your row is equal to 5, your starting value is 5. So this is the starting value condition as well as ending value condition. Okay, so we find 2 things, starting value as well as ending value. Then we move to the traversing value in column. But if you take the traversing method, yeah, this is the ending value also same row value, starting value also same in the row. Yeah, but if you take the traversing value, this is traversing value. If you take first row, all value are same value in first row, row 1. Then if you take row 2 also same value, the row value in row 2, same value in row 2. So your traversing value of all rows are become same. First row is all column value are same. Then if you take second row, all column value are same. Then if you take third row, all column values are same. If you take fourth row, all column values are same. Then if you take fifth row, all column values are same. So we find the starting value and we find the ending value, as well as we find how to traverse it. No need to add or subtract anything. We just provide the row value by each column. We can just print the row value here. We just print the row value here. We just print the row value here. We just print the row value here also. But the condition is, you can take first row, we are going to print 6 ones. If they give n is equal to 5, we are going to print 6 times. Then next row, we are going to print 5 values. Then next row, 4 values. Then next row, 3 values. Then 2 values. If they give 5 is your input, this is the value we are going to print each time. This is, we are going to print row 1. We are going to print 6 values in row 1. We are going to print 5 values in row 2. We are going to print 4 values in row 3. We are going to print 3 values in row 4. Then if you are going to print 2 values in row 5. Okay, this is a printing value. We are going to print this much of values in your row. So you know how to print this much of value, because if you are going to print this much of value in column, in your first row you are going to print only 6 values in your column. So what you are going to do, you are going to take column is equal to, you can simply column is equal to row. Then your condition part is, you can take your condition is your column less than or equal to your given n plus 1. Because if they give n is equal to 5, we are going to print 6 values in column 1. If they give n is equal to 6, if they give n is equal to 6, your given input is equal to 6, we are going to print 7 values in row 1. Then we are going to decrement by each time. So that's why I am going to assign the row value into column. First time your row value is equal to 1. Am I correct? First time your row value is equal to 1. Your condition, row condition is also row is less than or equal to 1. Then you can each time increment your row. This is a row condition for loop. Then column also increment each time. This is a 2 condition. Yeah, this is a 2 condition you have. Then inside the column loop, you can print the row value, not a column value. Here, this is an important thing. Inside the column loop, you can print your row value, not a column value. You can use printer for printing row value. So that is an important thing. So percentage D, comma, a row value. Why we print row value? Because here first row contain same value. So here in your first row, all columns have row value. Then if your second row, all columns have row value. Then third row, all columns have row value. So that's when you can print row inside your column loop. Yeah, this is a loop. When your row become 2, if it is increment by 2, then column is assigning by 2. Now your column have a value is equal to 2. Then you're checking the condition 2 is less than or equal to, if they give 5 is input, 5 plus 1, 6. So 2 is less than or equal to 5, yeah. So value 2 will be printing 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, only 5 time. So that's why I'm going to assign the row value into my column. Then I'm going to check column is less than or equal to n plus 1. So this is the condition we have. So now we are going to solve this pattern in code block. Just implement the problem, okay? So we are going to the code block. Always we are starting with hash include stdio.h, your header file. Then followed by your main function int main. Then next step is what you are going to next. So take a open curly braces. Then I'm going to declare a given num. So I'm going to declare int num because the respective data type of our number is int. Then we are going to declare extra 2 variables. One is row and one is column for traversing purpose. Then using scanf to accept the number. So take a percentage D, comma, address of num. Yeah. Then the next step we are provide for loop for first row. So initially we take row is equal to 1. Then row less than or equal to your given number. Then you are going to increment your row each time. Then inside you are going to provide another for loop for column. So take initially your column is equal to row. We just assign the row value into your column each time. Then the condition part is column is less than or equal to your given number plus 1. Yeah, because in the first row they will provide input as 5. We are going to print 6 values. Okay, so that's why I'm going to add extra 1 with here. then each time you can increment your column. So inside the column loop, we are going to print. We are going to print the row value. So take percentage %d, then space. You can give space, comma, a row. Yeah. Then after the column loop, you can print new line character. So take a print of quotation /n. So each row we are going to print new line. So each row printing in a new line. So that's why I provide printf /n. So we completed the code part. So now I'm going to compile this. So here I'm going to compile this. Yeah, it will show output screen. So now we will provide the input. So compilation take around 1 minute. So we will wait for 1 minute, then we will provide the input. Yeah, so I give input as equal to 5. Now I'm going to give enter. So guys, can you see, if they provide 5, in your first row 6 ones are printing, then your next row 5 twos, 4 threes, 3 4 and 2 5. Yeah, pattern printing perfectly. Yeah, so this is a way you are going to solve this pattern.